Mouta Massi, bringing you the latest happenings in dancehall and reggae music. Welcome, it's Mouta Massi, and here are the stories making the cut for today. Former reggae boy Kemar Taxi Lawrence publicly criticized the JFF decision to appoint Rudolph Speid as interim head coach for the national team, describing the move as driven by friendship rather than merit. In his IG story, he tagged JFF and said, "Una take the Jamaican people them for some clown, nothing but friend thing. You could have taken a week or two and find somebody who really come help the team, but una rush and given a friend a job. Maybe a him hire himself at this point, kiss me teeth. Stop having the players them look like them can't play football and get a quality coach that has a playing style and rash tactics. Give the man them a fair chance for fucking once, man." The director of football for Jamaica directed himself in the head coach position. Do the maths. Well, myself, when I agree with what Taxi say, let me know why or why not in the comment section below. In the comment section, we had Bounty Killer saying, "I approve this message."
So certain things, you see, if you don't see it with the eyes, people will tell us a lie I tell. See, like this come like a show. Right now we are watching a show. Yeah? As you can see, Rudolph Speid has been appointed the interim coach of the Reggae Boys. Yeah, Rudolph Speid. And if you don't understand what this means in the grand context, let me break it down for you. Right? Rudolph Speid is the head of the technical committee, which means Rudolph Speid is the one who hires coaches. Next, Rudolph Speid was granted a position where he is the special coach's advisor. So basically, he was the one advising Coach Steve McLaren after he was the one who appointed Coach Steve McLaren. And guess what? Now Rudolph Speid is the coach for the Reggae Boys. So what that means is he has appointed himself that he will also be advising as well. And then he will also be carrying out the job that he has hired himself to advise himself to carry out. Make it make sense.
You said that Speid has applied for leave of absence from the technical committee. Are you not concerned about the optics of Speid being in this role, given that he had literally just served as head of technical committee?
No. I mean, we're expecting those. But would be for a few, but probably good, effective, qualified people. So we have to utilize, and that's why we went for Corey as his assistant. Corey's achievement over the years, maybe second to none from a Jamaican coaching overseas. And it may very be short term, but we will definitely review and look at seeing what Corey has to offer on a long-term basis.
Should Speid and Coley manage to qualify the team for the World Cup, is it likely that their contracts will be extended? Or would you look for a long-term coach?
I'm sure we would have further discussion.
Massive wanna hear what Milk said about Bounty Killer during one of her lives. Check this out.
The person said how she managed to be with Bounty Killer when in the freaky things. You think he wasn't into those kind of things? I remember say I was with Bounty Killer and I wasn't with Bounty because him look cute or he's the cutest person in the world.
Well, Massive wanna think Bounty I go react to this? Let me know in the comment section below. Massive, a team member from Nationwide, claims he has the bill and the receipt for what happened to Buju Banton goods. Check this out.
The story I shared in production meeting yesterday.
Yes.
Not all of it, going all the time, but just to quickly say to the listeners and viewers that I have gotten the bill and receipt about that issue concerning the entertainer and the Starlink and the stove. And I'm told by people who dealt with the shipment firsthand that nothing that was claimed in the video is true, because the entertainer had nothing to do with the shipment, so could not know what was in the shipment any at all. I was shocked. And I shared it to a room of people yesterday that were stunned when I started telling them what the real story was. And I'm only sorry that I didn't know before Monday. when I came. Yeah, because it would have been different. But for those who said that, there was no credibility from that gentleman and they didn't want to hear anything, you have been proven right. Because it is an extraordinary thing to have posted what was posted and the rant and the claims that were made and the doubling down on the claims when the gentleman had nothing to do. I'm reliably told that friends, business partners, they are the ones who organized the relief and they attached his name to it. And he was told something by a friend about, and he just went on a rant and threw the government under the bus, threw the people at customs and at the airport under the bus. When it is that, so when I said so happened to the Starlink and the stuff, them said, George, with Starlink and stuff, none of that never in the something. The man them never shipped none of that. Yeah? I was shocked and I'm very, very disappointed. And people will say, we did tell you, George, we did warn you, and see it now.
Wow, that's some bold claims, wouldn't you say, massive? Will Buju respond to this? Wanna think? Let me know in the comment section below. NHT to procure 5,000 container homes for hurricane relief.
We have examined pre-built, containerized modular solutions. And we have settled in our minds that this is appropriate for the Jamaican situation that we now have. There are different types, different versions, and so I've met with the NHT, and the NHT has provided us with a solution that they are presently working on. At a later stage, we'll go into more details, but the plan is for, in the initial phase, for the NHT to purchase 5,000 container homes, and those will be, some of them will be for sale. So with a program with the NHT, you will be able to purchase. Some of them will be used to build housing schemes, which you can purchase, and a portion of them will be made available through social housing. The government itself will also be purchasing some of these containerized housing solutions, which will be made available through the social housing modality. So effectively, we have to do a rapid deployment of housing solutions. And the easiest way to do this is to use the containerized solutions. They do take some time to arrive in Jamaica. There's just certainly not the quantity to make an impact. So we have met and discussed it. We have taken the policy decision that these can be used. And so the process of acquiring them through the procurement process, they have been given the approval to move ahead with that. So that should start in short order. We are not going to get them here for Christmas. I just have to be frank with everybody. But we should start to see some coming in by late January. And those that come in initially, we are going to be looking at the worst cases assessed to make them available. For Christmas and for the initial stages, we're going to have to try to do the shelter repair kits, the heavy-duty tarpaulins, and those kinds of solutions, in addition to the rebuilding, the actual putting on roofs and so forth, as much of that as we can in the coming weeks leading up to Christmas. But the containerized solution does take some time. The shipping is between 30 to 90 days, just that alone. Then there is some procurement and other administrative and bureaucratic things that might take up the time. So we're really trying to cut it as quickly as possible, as short as possible. But even with the best efforts, they're
That is probably a solution. However, GEM founder warns Jamaica about long-term risk of imported disaster trailers. In a detailed message, Global Empowerment Mission founder Michael Capone cautioned that the large-scale importation of foreign disaster trailers could create long-term problems for Jamaica. He noted that while such units offer rapid shelter, history shows they can bring structural issues, environmental hazards, and the formation of trailer parks that ultimately damage communities rather than support recovery. His warning reflects lessons learned from previous disasters, including Hurricane Katrina. Capone stressed that Jamaica's global identity, its natural beauty, cultural atmosphere, and strong tourism economy could be undermined if large numbers of stark foreign trailers are deployed across the island. He explained that these temporary units could overshadow the island's historic communities and landscape, affecting visitor confidence and potentially weakening economic stability during an already fragile recovery period. He urged international organizations to adapt context-appropriate solutions that respect Jamaica's culture, architecture, and long-term welfare. Disaster response, he said, must protect a nation's future, not just provide immediate relief. Capone emphasized that families and communities with dignity avoid quick imports that may create new problems in the name of speed. Well, Massi gonna share his concerns and the things that Jamaica gonna end up look like a trailer park if we continue with this strategy. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Massive on here says 7 people have reportedly died from carbon monoxide poisoning after them use them generators. On this note, I want to say to my Massive, be careful with these generators. Let us be safe. Read the instructions carefully. Carbon monoxide poisoning is very serious. The Trinidad PM is sending out a warning to the Caricom leaders. She's telling them not to meddle in internal affairs of member states. Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Kamala Persad Bissessar says it's only a matter of time before Caricom implodes, warning against regional prime ministers cavorting around the region and interfering in the affairs and elections of other member states. Is that so? And that's a one. Trinidadians, Tobagonians, to come to the front. How do you feel about this? I don't know, we want to know, right? Jamaican government to import 100,000 egg-laying chicks for farmers affected by Hurricane Melissa. The question is, 100,000, is that enough? Farmers, come to the front. Will that be enough? Let me know in the comment section below. Let me take the time out to big up Doctors Without Borders. Why? They have repaired the roof of Cornwall Regional Hospital. They claim that the roofs at Cornwall Regional Hospital have been fully restored just 3 weeks after they were destroyed by Hurricane Melissa. The repair work was funded and organized by MSF and carried out by local contractors. The Pan American Health Organization also contributed. I want to big up on yourself. Jamaica claims historic bronze in North American Cup 2-man bobsled team. On the ear right, yes. Congratulations to Shane Pitter and Nimroy Turgot. This is indeed some good news during this time. Not true, Massive? Something positive. Health Minister confirms leptospirosis outbreak across 8 parishes. Minister of Health and Wellness, Dr. Honorable Christopher Tufton, has confirmed that Jamaica is now experiencing a leptospirosis outbreak, following a rise in confirmed and suspected cases across 8 parishes. Minister Tufton made the announcement during a press conference November 21, noting 9 confirmed cases, 28 suspected cases across the parishes of St. Elizabeth, St. Catherine, Hanover, Westmoreland, Trelawney, St. Anne, St. James, and St. Mary, and 6 suspected deaths between October 30 and November 30.
So this morning we announced a leptospirosis outbreak in Jamaica. This is a requirement when you have more cases than normal, but it is also normal to have more cases after major flooding events. And given the fact that Hurricane Melissa was a major flooding event, the worst we ever had, then the solid waste, the debris, the rodents, rats, and other animals that are infected would contaminate water and food, and you expect more cases. So this is not to raise an alarm, but to give an advisory that Jamaicans, particularly those affected by flooding, should take care in terms of the food that you eat, store it in a safe place, the water that you drink, ensure it's clean, and the water and the debris that you interact with as you try to clean up after the storm. It's really about protecting yourself. We in government are out there. We're going to be providing information. Call the 888 One Love number if you need additional information. And we're working with other agencies like Solid Waste, Ministry of Labor, and other. So, leptospirosis, it can kill, but it can be treated. Take care of yourself as we seek to work together to recover stronger.
Shout out to Kemar McGregor. He's on a mission, massive. He's contributing to people who were affected by Hurricane Melissa. Check out these clips.
This is Kemar McGregor, the Billboard King producer, Billboard King Foundation. We have just touched down in Kingston, Jamaica, ready to unload everything on this 737 for all and everyone who is affected by Hurricane Melissa. I've been doing this now for 10 days. I haven't slept, none at all. Work hard to ensure that this plane full with things that is needed right here in Jamaica. The work just begun. I feel your pain, I hear you cry, and now it's time for us to do what we can. Love you. Let's touch the road.
So that's it for today, massive Montana. Big up on a nice clean self. Enough love, enough respect. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Positive vibrations going out to the massive. I'm Mouta Massi. Magan.